Hello everyone, welcome. Good to see you again. Okay, we are still in January, although I didn't really intentionally plan for a series. All these discussions that we had in January turned out to be following each other. So I still would like to continue talking about change in that sense, but to continue it once again from a different angle. Last time we talked about change in nature or natural cycles of change, from death to rebirth, from exploring and integrating what we learned along the journey. This made me actually to think about, as humanity, where we are in those process, or where our strengths are, or where are our opportunities for further growth. Being a part of Western civilization mostly, most of our lives has always been around expansion, always creating something new, always evolving towards something better. But we are actually not very much consciously taking time to digest all those experiences that we accumulate along the journey of life. And definitely, before a crisis hits us, we don't really consciously pay too much attention into elimination in our lives, like that process. Consciously thinking about what doesn't belong to our pet anymore. What are the things that after transforming we want to release so we can welcome something new. And maybe if we can think about the process that we had gone through in the last year, 2020, this could be actually a cautious pause of the universe, forcing us to really do the integration work, forcing us to really think about releasing some of the things that are not supposed to be continuing the journey with us moving forward. There are many reflections of this in our personal lives. When I think about my own personal journey, many times I actually had to step back, 2 steps back to be able to jump 3 steps forward. At the time, it's a challenging decision because mind is always asking you to evolve, and if you really carry the burdens of the societal pressure, like what do other things about it, like am I doing the right thing, you might really get into the mind games of really being stuck in that iterative cycle of always integrating, always evolving without really releasing some things. And once you make up your mind about where you want to take your life next, sometimes if you're not really in an aligned path, that requires you to take a step back. That requires you to sometimes really go back, start from fresh. And that's absolutely okay. That's sometimes a natural part of the process that we define as life. You just get out there, explore. Through the life, you'll learn, integrate those lessons, and after those lessons, you identify some new areas that you want to take your life as the next step, and to be able to make that change. Sometimes you just have to step back, you just have to pause and restart. And there is nothing wrong with that pausing stage. There is nothing wrong with taking it slow, digesting it, ingesting it. And it's not really definitely a failure, as we name it in society most of the time. If you're not really consciously moving forward all the time, for others it might be a failure. But if you can really find the right answers in you, if you can justify the actions in your own being, in of itself that's success. And in of itself actually that's a good step for evolution as well. So it doesn't have to be always in a fast speed. Sometimes it has to be slow. It has to digest. Well, I just would like to continue the discussion around the cycles of nature with a specific focus around this slower part of the natural cycle that we are currently in. And hopefully that this cycle of that, this cycle of stepping back, taking it slow, will really prepare us for the future successes. If we think about it this way, it's not a failure, it's not a pause, it's actually a natural part of the rebirth process that will only bring us more gifts when we turn into more active periods in our lives. Well, hope this gives you a different thinking to redefine the definition of success, to redefine the definition of progress, and hope this inspires us to welcome more pauses in our lives so we can enjoy the journey as much as gifts of the outcomes. Thank you all. Speak later. Bye.